Welcome back to Growing with Plot 21. This video is a little different as I thought I would show you the allotment site, how big it is and what my other fellow allotmenteers are doing. So here is a top-down view of the whole site. It's not huge, but a lot is packed in. There are 26 plots in total, and as far as I'm aware, they're all rented out. However, as you can see from this view, all plots are in different stages of development. To get to the site, there's a public footpath which goes from the road, past the fields and the woodland, and then the allotment site is at the end. To the left here is space for 2 cars, maybe 3 at a push, and then over there in the corner is where we get wood chip delivered. I've been told it comes quite regularly in the summer, but not so much now. I managed to get a couple of wheelbarrows when I first got the plot, but I wasn't really planning on what I was doing. I was kind of winging it, and probably still am a little bit. But next year the winging will definitely be more planned out. And then there's a gate at the main entrance to the site to get in. So let's go and take a look. So over there is the compost toilet, and it's right next to my plot, as plot 21 is directly behind it. So a tiny portion of my plot is currently unusable due to the toilet compost and waste, but I'm hoping once I get a better view of what I'm dealing with, I'll be able to make it work. Before we take a closer look, I'll just give you some more information. It's a self-managed site run by a committee and costs £40 a year per plot, and they ask for support and help in maintaining and being part of the community. I've just joined, so I've not been involved in anything as yet. So this is me, plot 21. Welcome, and look at how far we've come. It was so overgrown. I was overwhelmed, and for the majority of the time it was just me working on the plot. I got some help in the beginning from friends, and as you know from the last video, my dad was a big help in getting it to how it looks now. I've still got a lot to do. I need to clear the front and cover the front part, and I need to clean and sort the greenhouse out, and I also need to protect the garlic and the onions and decide on a plan on what the plot is actually going to look like. So technically we're not allowed fences around the plot, but I've been told this type of fence between plots is acceptable, and as you see shortly, there's plenty of ways people are protecting and separating their plots. My neighbour opposite had a great harvest this year, and he was a knowledge of information. He even gave me some seed potatoes that he didn't need so I could plant and get my first potato harvest. There's a nice walkway to get down through the plots, and plenty of things going on. This person got her plot around the same time as me and just concentrated on clearing and preparing for spring, whereas I wanted to grow at least something, and why mine has been neglected for most of the season. But it's getting there, and I'm sure she'll have a good harvest next year. Good use of tyres there, if you haven't got stuff for raised beds. I think the squirrel chose this plot because it's so neat and tidy. We have a pond, well actually 2, but this one is right in the middle of the site. And these white containers, I am told, are for water, but I've never seen them full, so either I'm missing the delivery or I completely understand what they're for. That is why I need to get my water pot set up properly so I can collect the rainwater and be a bit more self-sufficient. There's the plot. I think you can just about see it a little bit. Yeah. But if you know what these are for or how to use them, and I'm completely stumped, then let me know and I can figure out if I can use them or not. This is the end of the site, full of polytunnels and greenhouses. I was talking to the man who rents these plots, and he said he was going to add more tunnels and greenhouses. I think he prefers to grow it that way. I'll probably get a polytunnel at some point, maybe, but that will be part of the planning stages to see how much space I've got and what I can do. But it's good to have a look around, take ideas of other people to see what they've done. Again, more polytunnels. Maybe polytunnel is the way to go. We'll see. And look at that. He's using old windows and doors for his shed. The things that people come up with, amazing. I have been told that all the plots are being used and are rented out, but as you can see, there's a couple of plots that are a bit unloved, but hopefully people will get back to sorting them out come spring. Ooh, look. Brussels sprouts, and they've been protected from the birds. I need something like this for my garlic and onion, I've been told, so we'll have to see. Now let's go up the middle and I can show you the other plot I looked at when I came back in May to decide which one to have, because there was 2 plots available and I had to choose between one or the other. And here it is. Now someone has taken this over. They got it a couple of months after me, and this was waist height grass for the whole plot, and they did work on it and cut it back, but I don't know if they just stopped and it's got waterlogged or there's something else going on. Either way, I'm happy I chose my plot. Definitely a good choice. Now, the top end of this other site is very unloved. I'm told all the plots belong to people, so whether they don't have the time or have not realised how bad the area has gotten, I don't know. The thing with allotments is that you need to work on them and keep working on them. Otherwise all the weeds and grass and brambles just grow back. Before we covered and cleared the back half of my plot, we must have cut it back at least twice, maybe 3 times. Then I gave up and decided to concentrate on growing at the front half. So I went from trying to keep the brambles at bay to growing as much as I could at the front of the plot. Nice little seating area here. And a good way for water butts. I don't know if I'd had this many. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, enjoys his water. And there's the pond again. It's such a nice little site and I do enjoy it. It's just a lot of hard work, but I'm up for the challenge ahead of clearing more of the plot, sorting out and planning for spring.